Hi guys, my name is Miller and welcome back to another video. Today we will talk about the performances of the most important cars of this season, being the Ferrari F8 Tributo, the Roush Mustang, both maxed and on stage 5, followed by the RWB Porsche 911 that you will need to use to win the Evo Cup and get this emerald green, dope looking RWB 911. The timestamps for each car can be found down below like usual. And before I start, I would like to point out two things. First of all, I'm no pro tuner or shifter. These times get very close to current records if these are available. Other times of new cars are always slightly improvable and just meant as a benchmark. And secondly, I would also like to thank Natural Motion for providing me the cars with the upgrades on my dummy account to make this video possible. To start off, the car most of you guys are going for, I assume, the milestone car, the Ferrari F8 Tributo. As the name says, it's a tribute. But for what exactly? Well, to the legacy of its 3.9 twin-turbo V8, as the most powerful V8 in Ferrari's history. For some it might have been an upgrade to the 488 GTB, but the only panels which are remotely the same are the doors and the roof. Other than that, it has been completely redesigned to improve aerodynamics by 10%. And one of the major things with that improvement is the help of the F1 inspired S-duct in the front you might have seen on the pista already, or what others might call it, the hole in the trunk. But it definitely is more than just an upgrade, and rightfully so, as the car is significantly faster than the 488, running at 7.7 in-game. But I think what is more important than that is that it's running that time while dynoing at a 7.888, meaning that it's a dyno killing car, which is perfect for lower lobbies. Anyways, here's a tune and my best run with it. I was able to hit a 7.729 once, but the file got corrupted. I think the car can hit a 7.70, but I doubt it will go sub that time. Onto the prestige car, the Roush Stage 3 Mustang, a new tier 5 car that by now some of you might already have from the 10 times drop rate on silver crates. In my last video I said it doesn't happen often that we get a new tier 5 car just to become a prestige car, and I had to dig into the past to find some as well. The only two 4 stars being added with the purpose of a prestige car other than this one are the Aventador SV back in season 12, which was December 2016, and in season 37, which was in November 2017, so it's been a while back. But somehow, something still tells me this car does not belong in tier 5. If the HPE 750 is a tier 4 car, how can this one be a tier 5? It doesn't really make sense. I would have turned this car perhaps into a top tier 4 car, for example, rather than a mediocre tier 5. On the other hand, an easy upgradable tier 5 car is never a bad thing. Just make sure you do not elite this though. Looks wise though, I cannot deny that there are some nice specs out there of the plenty obtainable variants. It's modified but not heavily like I expected it to be. By the way, did you know the name Roush comes actually from Jack Roush, an engineer who formed a successful drag racing team and had plenty of wins and success and championships on and off the track. But one of the things that surprised me is that the flaps on current NASCAR cars, which prevent the cars from going airborne, was actually designed by him and is now mandatory in the series. Now Roush focuses on modifying full production vehicles like the one we see here, and in game it has a maxed out time of an 8.648. I was able to get close with it to an 8.649 with the run you'll see using this tune. Now on to stage 5. As I got two versions of the car, I can just use a different one. On stage 5 the performance is quite surprising. With a 9.804 on my best run, I expect a possible 9.7 with this setup. And the final time to be roughly around this mark as well, so using the stage 6 part from race 28 and or the one you'll get on the Crew Cup Friday if it's no duplicate. Either if it's a duplicate, I think one stage 6 part should definitely enough to be able to beat the Prestige Cup starting Thursday without requiring additional crates. Here's a tune and the run. Now onto the event I think people will be most interested in. The Evo Cup for this season, starting Thursday, with the final prize being the Emerald with Black Rims 911 RWB. But before we get there, some more about the other 993 you see here. The milestone car from season 76, which isn't too long ago, so many of you might have it. But does that mean you should save up the gold keys and maybe not go for a second one? Well, I know for sure I won't be saving mine, because damn, the available specs are amazing. I didn't even notice it at first, as I went to see Asho's latest video to take my own personal top 3, but there were just so many good looking ones I couldn't even make my own pick. So then I went to see the dealership to find out that there were not only plenty of new colors, but also plenty of new rims. And then I wanted to see if I could make my own favorite spec, and damn, that was like mission impossible. But one of the things I was most surprised of is the piece of bodywork on the top of the rear fender. I never really noticed it on the Stella Artois milestone spec, as it's kind of blended, but seeing it now with the new colors, it is more defined and a pleasant surprise for sure. For an Evo Cup, we already know that you'll need the car pretty hefty upgraded, and this one will be no exception. Gladly the car is not too shabby with a high 7.69 to a low 7.7, and it does look good, without a doubt. Here's a tune and my best run for the Gold Star 911 RWB. Record is set at a 7.692, but I was not able to dip on the 7.701. And finally the prize itself, the Purple Star Emerald Green Bumperless Crazy Wing 911 RWB. This beauty of a car is what you want to add to your collection without a doubt. It is so elegant yet so crazy, but I still wonder if we can give the child a name. We know that the Purple Star version is based on the real life Rotana. Well, obviously as it carries the name and it's on the side, it's written there. And the oil painted milestone spec is based on the livery of the Stella Artois, also owned by the founder of RWB, Akira Nakai. But is there an emerald green version with a name this one could be based on? Could be based on the rough rhythm. It might be, but gotta say, without the back bumper, this thing is one mean machine. Performance wise, it is also the fastest RWB version in game, as I was able to match the record time for the Rotana, and you know, I'm kinda trash, so that will definitely be improved. So a 7.629 is for this beauty for now, and for sure I'll take this one any day over the Rotana. It's just crazier and I love that. Here's a tune and my best run with it. So yes, it was another long video, but I think well worth it. You should be up to date now with all the latest info and times. If you enjoyed the video, do not hesitate to leave a like, subscribe for more content like this. My name is Miller, see you around, and keep racing.